the beauty of the painting is sort of like the Trojan horse that I sort of push through, sort of like a complicated subject that a lot of people, tend not to talk about openly in public because it's considered vulgar. When someone walks away, they may not like it, but I want them to feel like they could think about what is permissible in the realm of making a beautiful picture. Vulgar subject matter served in a Trojan horse of beauty. It developed through collecting images that I would find on the internet. A previous body of work that was from 2009, 2010 was all based on non-pornographic images I would find, say like photobombing, that sort of culture of that, where you have like sort of a domestic scene and all of a sudden some strange character pops out of nowhere, or strange societal mixings of different social strata in the same picture. So I was making paintings of those, and then after a while I started to realize that I had a whole computer full of vintage pornography photos that I was finding, and I was getting tired of painting on conventional supports like taking linen or canvas and then priming it and sanding it down and sort of nurturing that ground in that way that a conventional painter might do. And I had these bed sheets lying around, and I thought, what would happen if I started painting pornography on that? It was just sort of an idea I had on a lark, and it sort of fit perfectly. It was sort of very suggestive of the subject matter, and I also really enjoyed collecting the images, not necessarily for personal pleasure, of course, but figuring out a way to actually make them into paintings and actually having people want to live around an image like that. I think that it's a little bit more suggestive to show that aspect of an event that is just about to happen or might have just passed. I think it allows the viewer to sort of enter a little bit more psychologically into the work, because if you're just focusing on, say, the main event of, say, pornography, which is, the penetration, the nitty-gritty of it, you're probably going to be more likely just naturally inclined to just ponder that a little too long, which isn't the point. Don't try to impose any kind of pre-existing structures onto it. Other than the drawing itself, everything else is sort of up for grabs. I mean, I even want to get to a point where even the drawing could just disappear completely. The ritual for me is the puzzle, I think, like trying to figure out how the puzzle's all going to come together later. And then maybe it not working and you being sad about it. Can I do that? Is that allowed? You have this police force in your mind, and you kind of have to shed it over time. So once I've been able to do that a little bit more, it becomes deeply intuitive. After finishing a show like I did recently, I'll take a month off or two, because there's other things in life you've got to enjoy. I would hate to be a collaborative agent in a creative project, like a film or a television show. I would find that to be really taxing for me emotionally. So I think I like them separated. I like the sort of intake of information, and then I can output new information on my own without anyone in my way. The rituals of my studio practice probably amount to something being really silly, like mixing paint, or going online and looking for more images, or plotting out what the next painting is going to be.
Max Maslansky.
You said it right. Very few people do.
Come on.
You could tell right away.